There's all sorts of music away from the mainstream that people just don't know about.
I think you are fantastically nuts.
People have always called me bonkers, but I've always found being myself the easiest and most natural thing in the world. Queen Christina was originally conceived of as the British answer to Lady Gaga, and indeed I did imitate Gaga in the early days. Many of my outfits were a little like her very crazy, outlandish outfits, but I wanted my act to be more genteel for obvious reasons, and drawing more on history, more historical. And then Queen Christina just evolved into a thing of its own. I don't have a lot of outside help with what I do. I don't have this great big entourage. I used to use a producer in the early days, but now I write, sing, record and play all my own songs. I make all my own costumes, do all my own photography, artwork, hair, makeup, get myself to gigs, you name it, I do it. It's just me. I even make my own videos. In terms of music, I will attempt absolutely anything. I will push the boat out. I'll attempt anything up to and including the most vocally demanding things out there. The filming day was brilliant fun. It had a really good time. The costume I wore, it's absolutely beautiful. It's what I call my Crown Imperial costume. It's made from different coloured silks, and it's based on Queen Elizabeth I. The blouse has got this wired shaped collar with pearls stitched all around the edge of the collar, and underneath the skirt I'm wearing a stuffed donut in imitation of what they called a farthingale in Elizabethan times. It was something they wore to make the skirt stand out. And there's a dark green velvet fabric drawn over the donut, and that's embroidered with glass beads and pearls and all sorts of amazing things. One of my alter egos is a blend of Alice in Wonderland and the Queen of Hearts, and it's interesting that people picked up on that. I did actually play Alice for a drama exam as a child at school. Don't ever believe everything you see on TV. I wasn't just wheeled in and out of the audition. I was in there probably for about 15 to 20 minutes, and they were all quite amiable. There was more of a reasoned discussion going on than anything else. I sang what is one of the most difficult arias in the opera repertoire. It's physically impossible for most singers, let alone most people, to sing. And to actually get the notes out, I had to imagine that my rib cage was supported on my diaphragm and the notes just came from there, and I had to fix my mouth in a certain shape in order to get the notes out, and that's why I'm putting all these faces. I was slammed by the media, and social media as well. People were saying all sorts of ridiculous things, like suggesting I was the Antichrist and I should be thrown into a volcano. But amongst some of the more positive things people said were, well, she had a go, and she was funny, and she was original. And what amused me the most was when someone posted a picture of their dog on Twitter saying Queen Christina made the dog's ears prick up, and there was a picture of a little poodle dog in a basket looking up at the TV, which I thought was just absolutely brilliant. They wanted me to sing a second song, and I did offer to sing one of my own songs, which would have been in a lower register, because I just wanted to show what I could do and what sort of range of material I could sing. But Louis said, well, can you sing Wuthering Heights? So I did. But I think they just went for the opera footage in the end because it was just so much more out there. I think Simon particularly really liked what I was doing. I showed him some of my pictures, and I think he was really quite impressed at the work and the effort that I put into it. But I think that in the context of the X Factor, he just didn't know what to do with him. The main issue was, I think, ironically, my voice was just a little bit too high. Mel B said to me that the market for high voices, it's quite a niche market, and I guess because there's comparatively less material written for it, and I think they were looking for a voice suitable for teamwork that would blend with other voices, and with the best will in the world, my voice is always going to sound like either Kate Bush or Grace Slick, shall we say. There are worse things than looking a bit funny and singing a few unexpectedly high notes. I can't emphasise enough the nerve and the courage you need to do these shows, and this is why so many people, whether they get through or not, they break down in tears because the whole experience is so intense. I am quite fearless. If I've got an idea, I just go and do it. I'm not afraid to do that because life's too short.